Bro, Plata, you fucks, what's happening? This video is getting demonetized on YouTube. Quick, hello to D-Rest in the comments. We are just starting, waiting on Big Tim Danko to get into the bro sphere in which we exist. And to him being late for the first time, usually it's me. I'm usually the one that falls asleep and misses shows. Guess what? Tim Danko, your record is completely fucked now, sir. Guess what? Getting a thumbs down. Getting a goddamn thumbs down as always. And then I'm going to put the Bro Plata logo up because I don't care. All Tim terrible. I fully agree. I fully agree with what you're saying, D-Rest. Terrible Tim is somewhere. I don't know where he's at. I'm in a sleeveless shirt today because I just got off work and I'm having fun. Oh, guys, what's going on? How was your weekend? Welcome to Tuesday edition of Bro Plata on the MMAholes.com. Go to the MMAholes.com and I'm going to bring in lovely man. And he has to read this first comment from D-Rest of the day. All Tims are terrible, and you've just proven that, sir. All Tims are terrible.
I tried super hard, Ray. I'm sorry. I tried my best to pull an homage to my good friend Ray. I'm like, you know what? I love Ray so much. I'm gonna try to pull a Ray. I tried my best, and I got 4 minutes in almost, and that's all I could do. I'm sorry, Ray. I'm just not as horrific as you are. I can just do a little bit. It's all I had, really. It's funny when I nap and my alarm doesn't go off. I wake up right at showtime. So I'm more my inner clock is more professional than you.
This is very true.
The only thing that is unfortunate is that as I play with my light, I don't have any bourbon now. That sucks. This is a bourbon show. I don't have any now. So I was supposed to go get some. Man, my mustache is out of control today. It keeps popping up.
I got some Iron City Light.
Okay. The thing, I have summer shandy down here from like a week or two ago. Whenever that happened, because I never put it in the fridge, but it's just sitting here warm. So
yeah, I've got warm. This is warm too. So this is a warm beer day, I guess.
Good. Do we have warm podcast beers that can't quite get to the fridge? That's what we need, everyone. Listen, we're gonna sit up. Well, we have the Patreon. Send us. We don't have Patreon. What is it called? Venmo. We have Venmos. Send us some money so we can get the fridges next to our televisions. Our
yes.
Our computers. Our computers. So that's all we need. That and pretty soon we're gonna be run out of money to buy the pay-per-views. So that's the thing too. So that and fridges. So I guess
pay-per-view give us donations. Give us donations. I wish I don't know if I should give out because I have Venmo and I don't want to make it public. But I don't think we'd probably get like 5 cents an episode, which is what we usually make on like Anchor. So there's that.
Well, we don't do that anymore because someone decided not to put the episodes up anymore. I'm not going to say any names. Yeah,
I know. I'm a terrible person. Person. And then I'm full candor. We're 6 minutes in, so I can say this. I jerked off instead of fucking putting up the Pat Miletich episode. Yay me!
Every time?
No, just today. I got
we did that thing. How long ago did we do the Pat Miletich? So every time you're like, I'm about to put this video up. That's what happens.
I get too excited.
You get on your computer. That's what you do. You pervert. You jerk off watching yourself talk to Pat Miletich. That's such a pervert. Man, listen, this is why we can't have interviews. This is why we're never going to get good. Now we will definitely never get good interviews. People are going to be like, oh, no, I was going to go to that Bro Plata show, and I heard all the guy does is jack off every time we had an interview. Damn it, Ray.
That happens under the table anyway, so... What's going on? That's why you don't see my hand.
I've actually just assumed that 90% of the time during the show you're masturbating. So.
Mentally or physically is the question, because I do it a lot mentally, to be honest.
I don't think you have it in you to do it mentally during the show, but physically, absolutely.
Oh, when I go off on tangents that go nowhere, oh my God, like that's total mental masturbation.
with your eyes crossed and shit. No, I know what you're doing. For real. I can say it's mental. Who knows what's happening?
Oh, hey. Apparently, Casey Jones is eating finally. Glad your hunger strike of some sort was.
I was gonna say, what what was going on? Was he starving for days? What we didn't know is that Casey was in the wilderness of Utah for days on end since our last episode, and he's finally killed himself some sort of wild animal, whatever they have out there, and I don't know what do they have out there. They have elk in Utah, or like some sort of
they've got elk,
cougar or bear, or maybe stray Mormons that escaped from BYU.
Well, that's how the security. Yeah, I do that too. But I luckily I can drive, so I drive for work, so I can stop wherever. I've been eating a lot of Circle K breakfast recently. That
sounds horrific. Jeez.
It's like $4 for a sausage egg, so it's right there pre-made. As soon as
you said Circle K breakfast, my inside just started going, no. Yeah, I can just tell just by those words. It's like
something pops out of you like an alien. No, fuck you. That was a good joke, you bastard. That's a good reference.
No, well, yeah, but it didn't make any sense. I mean, listen, who doesn't love aliens? What pops out of me like why? Why would that?
Because you eat the Circle K breakfast.
It makes you go to the bathroom, Ray. It doesn't make you have fucking aliens come out of your stomach.
But you don't know what kind of egg that is. It's a xenomorph egg, possibly. Who knows?
Are you trying to tell me that if there were alien eggs on this planet, they would be used for Circle K breakfast? I'm pretty sure that's the last place they would be used.
Oh, no.
They'd be a delicacy. Are you kidding me? No, they cost $10 million. They only be able to get them in China. It's like that and rhino horn, right? Would be like your main course. That's the only. No, it wouldn't be Circle K. Circle K breakfast would be the last place you would ever get an alien egg. Unless someday we get taken over by aliens and there's like only like 800 more humans on the earth, and that's about all you can eat, right? You have to eat their eggs. That's because they don't do chicken eggs anymore because there's only aliens. That maybe, but right now in the world that we're living in currently, no. If there was an alien egg, it would be a delicacy, and you would not be able to afford it, especially at Circle K.
Every time I eat a Circle K like sausage egg biscuit thing, I always think about the episode from Futurama where Fry eats like I think it was an egg salad sandwich from like a gas station or something, and the worms actually help him become a better person. Like they just start fixing everything about him. And I hope one day that happens to me. Just get like nice worms in me that'll make me ripped and possibly know jujitsu. Who knows? Who knows, Tim?
Again, if that ever happened, it wouldn't be from Circle K. It would also be a delicacy of some sort. Just so you're talking parasites that like fix you Coldplay style. That'd be
possibly.
Be interesting, but ridiculous, but interesting.
It's a hilarious episode. He like cuts part of his.
This is a hilarious episode.
This is on the definitely for fuck it, I lost it. God damn it.
Well, that's new. Okay. Well, anyway, everybody. Hey, you know what? I don't know what you. Do you like Bro Mafia? I don't know, because it's kind of like Bill's Mafia. Maybe you need to think of another. How about Squad, maybe? I don't know.
The Bro Squad?
Bro Squad.
BBS.
Troop makes it sound like just completely effeminate. We're the Bro Troop, y'all. High fives. We sell cookies gaggle. And deliver them on drones. Gaggle of Bros.
Mm-hmm.
All they do, flock of bros.
People throw bread at them, but it's not because they're feeding them; it's because they hate them.
Sure, yeah, it's whole wheat bread. Ew, like 5 grain shit. Ew.
No, yeah. I think honestly, I think it would be gluten free.
Ew. Yeah, they throw that keto super bread at us. Ew, it's expensive, but it's terrible.
I've had that shit before. It does not taste
It's okay.
good.
It's edible. I mean, compared to what? Wonder Bread? Well, of course not, right? But it's not supposed to. But it's edible, man. It's,
There's some gluten-free options that are pretty dope, but
for a while I only ate wheat bread and it was okay. But then, kind of give up, and then you have white bread a couple of times. You're like, oh yeah, this is better. So
it was the way you delivered that was fun. But no,
that's why I'm funny at the jokes.
Definitely better than me, sir, without a doubt.
I did my first set Saturday for the first time in a long time. I decided to use it to just write jokes on stage.
How'd it go?
Pretty fun just for me winging it. Yeah, not too bad. There wasn't a lot of people there. There's only like 25 people there. So, but it's fun. It's always fun.
I
miss it. I already knew that though. And I was well aware that I was going to miss it. So I'll try to find some more shit, especially now that I had a car that works. Once I get I got to get that light fixed now. But
yeah, I was about to say, do you get that light fixed, fucko?
Nope. I drove home from the funny style with the light out. So I mean, it's not illegal, but I will get pulled over for it.
Yeah, by the wrong dickhead. Yeah, you'll definitely get. It's one of the, I don't know. I look at it, it's the old Joe Howard bit. We've done it before on the show, but it is true. Where it's like I saw my taillight out and I fixed that shit immediately. And to me, that's like I always keep I had a harrowing experience this weekend, Tim.
You had what experience? Oh, harrowing. I'm sorry. I thought we were going to have an intervention in the Bro Plata show.
No, I didn't. I didn't have. Luckily, I don't like sticking shit in my arms besides vaccination needles.
Well, that's the only way you can do it, apparently. So
well, I don't want to smoke it. That takes forever. Like it looks like. No, I don't like anything going up my nose. I have a sensitive nose, so it's like, no, I'm good.
I'm gonna tell you this. So I read. If you would do cocaine, you think it would bother your nose, but it wouldn't bother your nose for long because then you'd be high and it wouldn't bother your nose too much anymore. I mean, you probably you keep doing this, but also that's something that I do anyway. So, like, I always look like I'm on cocaine. So,
yeah, I don't know. Putting some up my nose does not sound appealing. I'd rather just smoke it or just like drink something.
Crack. Okay, so cracks for you. Then what you're saying is no cocaine for Ray, cracks for Ray.
Again, that's a process. Like you have to find a guy. You have I would rather just. I'm aware, but like
that was weed for a long. I mean, still is weed here.
If it's weed, I give when I talk about my fucking like smoking weed, it's like that's what I do because it makes sense to me. Like putting something up your nose does not make sense at all.
It's because you haven't done it right. Also, I said this before. Listen.
Right, I put a marble up my nose once. That sucked.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that was like what 3-4 years ago. Anyway, like I said before, don't do drugs. I'm just messing around. Don't do drugs. But I just I would say, listen, well, that's fine, I guess. Just don't do it while you're operating heavy equipment or a car.
Depending on the strain.
But oh yeah, if it was decriminalized, and like I said, you can go to Walgreens and get some cocaine. That'd be one thing, but you don't know what the hell's in it, man. It can kill you. You don't want to do that. So don't do drugs, kids. Anyway, what were you saying about your heroin experience?
Oh, I fucking my car hatch door wouldn't close, and I had to like drop it off at like 1 a.m. It was the saddest experience of my life because I had my like golf clubs were in there, fucking my Nintendo Switch, all this shit. So I didn't want I had to take the back roads because I didn't want like shit flying out on the highway at like a rate of speed if something was to happen. Oh,
I drove in maybe 2014, maybe it's a while ago. I drove from New Philadelphia to Cuyahoga Falls, which is about an hour. With my trunk open all the way from a gig. I was living in Canton at the time, but I had a show in New Philly. So I did. And Sean Lynch was with me, who we had on the show. He was with me and he didn't even notice it either. I drove, like we did the show and then we got in the car. And I drove him back to the Funny Stop because his Marco Godano was working at the Funny Stop and they were staying together. So I drove him from the gig in New Philadelphia to Cuyahoga Falls with my trunk open the entire time on the highway.
Wow.
How I didn't get pulled over is a miracle to this. I have no idea why. I don't know what I
drinking?
lost. I probably lost. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I didn't think. I don't know. I think it must have popped up. I can't believe I never noticed. I don't know. I was talking to Sean. I feel like if I was by myself, I definitely would have noticed. But I can't believe I never noticed. But yeah, that's a miracle. This day.
Do you have a rear view mirror? Like what? I would have noticed. I'm OCD about that, man.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I always look in the mirror so much, especially because of my OCD and shit, that I can't believe I never. I guess I was talking to Sean. I wasn't paying attention. So either way, I got lucky. So I mean, I definitely would have got probably a DUI from that because I weighed a lot less than too. So I definitely was probably over the limit. I was just drinking beer, but.
Well, I'm glad you've turned into the lump that I see today.
Right, I did that for alcohol consuming purposes. Like if I would have weighed this much when I got my DUI in 2017, I wouldn't have gotten a DUI. So,
yeah, that is true. Oh, fuck, man. So, let's talk about some things. There's some big news coming in July, so 2 months from now.
Oh yeah. This is. When I sent you this, what did I say? I said this isn't exactly what we wanted this summer. I wasn't like,
no,
it's all right, man, but it's not. Listen, man, we were this close. They were just about to sign with the dotted line, and I'm talking about Fury and Joshua have this fight in Saudi Arabia in August, and all of a sudden this damn legal system screwing things up. This arbiter, this judge decided that Deontay Wilder was entitled to his rematch, and then Wilder decided that he didn't want to be bought out. He wanted to fight the thing. In all actuality, good for him. I mean, if he wants to fight, he's off the fight. So can't be mad at Wilder. He's entitled to the fight, so why wouldn't he take the fight? The only thing is, I kind of rather see the Joshua Fury, a lot rather see the Joshua Fury fight. And I hope it happens not too soon after this one. But Fury has to beat him first. So yeah, this is going to happen in July in Vegas. And this is going to be the first event with fans at Alliance Stadium, aka the Death Star. So
yeah, I saw the venue choice. I think it's a great choice for this. It'll probably be one of the biggest. I mean, Canelo had his fight recently at AT&T Stadium and had about 78,000 people, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
This in Vegas for a heavyweight championship, and it's a trilogy. I'm thinking probably 80,000 are going to be at this because it's going to be one of the first events in Las Vegas. Just for the novelty, I think people are going to come to this and really pack this bitch out, which is fucking dope, to be honest with you, especially since this one, honestly, I still say that this shouldn't be happening. I think the rematch was basically the second fight, because Tyson won both of those fights, and then I got into a little bit of a fire war.
Not according to the law.
Well, yeah, or the judges that were probably in the pocket of the fucking WBC in the beginning. But no, yeah, to me, it's got to happen because honestly, the draw kind of negates this first win. Well, it does, but it's one of those things.
Oh yeah,
where
it makes it not a
1-0.
He did not win in the first fight; it was a draw. So, but yes, if you watched it, it looked like he outboxed him for sure. Although he did get knocked down. In the second one, he absolutely destroyed him. Well, as much as he beat him up pretty bad. He won. He looked fantastic, and that's what I expect for this one. However, I mean, it's pretty obvious that if Fury doesn't take this seriously, or he's trying to think of it as a stepping stone fight, he'll get knocked out. But I don't think he will. I think he knows better. And it will still.
Honestly
he'll
think
still make money.
Fight, he didn't take Deontay Wilder seriously in that first fight. And luckily he did in the second, because honestly, Tyson is the greatest boxer walking the planet. And I mean, I want to see him fight AJ. He's fighting this Usyk guy via the WBO, which to me is insane. Honestly, you let the man train for August thinking you're either going to fight Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. That's what I would do if I was the WBO. Let's unify these belts finally, because we have 4 really good fucking fighters right now. And
Well, I think we've talked about it before. They don't necessarily really want to unify the belts. They're just doing it because of how big of a fight it's going to be. So they're probably fine with this. WEBO, if anyone, is probably super fine with this for now. I mean, hopefully what will happen maybe if both those guys win their fights, hopefully maybe in the fall or winter time, they'll be able to get this thing done. I don't know. But what if they both lose?
That would be
everything. Number one, it'd be hilarious. It'd also be kind of, the thing is, Tyson Fury's already retired once, so I'm a little bit afraid that he'll just be like, I'm good, and then that fight would never happen. And then I'm kind of be like, come on, Deontay Wilder. Why would you do that to us? Why would you rightfully take a fight that you were the contract says that you're entitled to, and screw this up for the rest of us? But I'm being sarcastic because I mean, listen, I don't blame him for taking that fight. It makes sense. Anyway, but I wish it wasn't happening because I'd rather see the Joshua fight. But who knows? Oh, and Alliance Stadium holds like 70,000, so I don't think we'll have more than
on
Dallas,
the field. You got to also factor in the field.
Yeah, but Dallas in the field could probably fit 90 or the capacity is more than that. So we'll see.
Well, they have it's 110,000. WWE packed it in for like 110,000.
All right. So basically, what I'm trying to say is I don't think it'll be more than 80, but we'll see.
I would hope it's at least 80. Because one, I want Canelo to lose the record for indoor, just because. But I think honestly, it'll be fun to watch that pay-per-view for sure.
Indoor in America, right? Because didn't Joshua have 90,000 at Wembley?
Yeah. I'm not saying it's the world record.
Okay,
but it's definitely something I want to see. Because you imagine the pyrotechnics that are going to go off on this shit now that they're going to be in a fucking football stadium. Oh, I love the entrances, and I hope Deontay Wilder just comes out like fucking Clubber Lang, just in a robe. I don't want any more of this fucking stupid mask bullshit or any of that. Stop.
First of all, I mean, I'm sure there will be pyrotechnics, but it is a dome, so it won't be too insane because they have to do the inside kind, which do exist. If you ever been to a basketball game, for whatever reason they shoot fire. I don't know why, but they just do that. I remember the first time I was at a Cavs game and then they shot fire at the scoreboard. I'm like, why is that necessary? Why? What does fire and basketball to do with anything and to do with each other at all? Like, that's ridiculous. But anyway, that's the thing they do. But yeah, as far as big fireworks, actually, it'd be great if someone's intro just blew up Alliance Stadium, blew up the Death Star. If they accidentally hit like a little, I don't know, maybe like a little box-sized target hole that was in the Alliance Stadium, there was a design flaw, maybe in the design in the Alliance Stadium, aka the Death Star, and the whole thing blew up when like one Roman candle hit this little small area, not any bigger than a womp rat, and then the whole stadium blew up.
Did you just throw a fucking Star Wars reference?
Yeah, you didn't get it until I said womp rat. I figured you'd get it before that because I was saying it blows up the whole thing. Come on, man.
No, I was just waiting possibly for the womp rat reference. Like if you wouldn't have,
you're sitting there like I'm not gonna laugh unless he says womp rat. All right.
Pretty much, it brings out the whole thing. I always like the Family Guy one where it's like, dude, you didn't have to call me out like that.
No.
Oh, I love it. But no, to me, and also, wouldn't it be funny? It does blow up, and all of a sudden, it's like Andy Ruiz is like seen setting charges in the like stadium itself, like sudden death.
Okay, maybe. I think you'll see.
You ever seen sudden death?
Andy Ruiz would be sitting in the front row eating a chalupa or chimichanga. He won't eat Taco Bell. He'll eat authentic Mexican taco because he's got the beef wrapped in corn husk. So good. Yeah, tamale.
Yes. Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah, man. Up here, we only really get white people tamales, which are not good. So
no.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
There was one point I did pest control for this Hispanic family, and the grandmother gave me tamales, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I have lunch. Cool, yes." And then they were so good, sir, so
Did you eat the whole thing?
good.
Or you just like,
No, I
I'm
obviously I
wrapping
peeled
shit.
it.
Just, nah.
I did live in Houston, Texas, for a long time. You bastard. I learned. You fuck. How dare you? How dare you do that to me, Tim Neko?
Do what?
Why you break my heart?
Do what? Call you a moron?
You
I'm
hurt
sorry.
me.
I'm sorry. Did I
I'm
really?
triggered.
Okay. You look like you're about to fall. You do look like you're about to fall asleep.
It's been a long fucking day, dude. But
Yeah. And then you help by doing drugs on our podcast, so that helps too.
yeah,
See,
because it's
that's
the
why you're
bro
not
Plata,
doing the
and
right.
I'm the bro.
You're not doing the right kind of drugs for the podcast. You need to be doing uppers on this podcast.
Oh God, no. I need like what I have right now, which is two depressant, or technically two depressants, and the addiction stick. So that's all I need.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's why probably alcohol wasn't the best thing for me. It's because I'm already depressed, right? Let's see how many depressants we can stack on top of it. That's a good idea.
And I'm smoking an indica, so that's even better. Like I'm sort of, it's the indica couch kind of.
Why do we keep
feeling.
using this background? This is like my least favorite one of the ones you made.
All right, then I'll change it. Jeez,
You don't need to change it. I'm just saying.
this is Tim right now to the background, and I don't understand why you got to be like Timothy, huh?
I don't know. Are we gonna talk about fights? I mean, I suppose we can.
Yeah, we can. It's definitely.
Too bright.
You don't like it too bright? It's actually a very well framed. This is my favorite one. It's like right there. How about the dick punch for Master Ken? No, that's not the one. Here's the one. This one's
fine. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Because I only have a few.
That's fine.
Make more.
I really don't care. Oh no, it's all black.
Oh God.
Yeah, there we go. Better. Can't have blackness. Can't have. Oh, it's gone again. It's gone again. Okay, better.
Closer, warmer.
So when I watched these fights with my brothers, and like I said, because Cody's from Tuscarawas County, everybody knew of Cody or knew him in some capacity that was there, and I had my phone recording. I set it by the television. I had it recording 30 minutes of 7 people watching this so I can get the reaction, but I ended up deleting it because it wasn't really anything worth keeping. I mean, it's just people bullshitting, but I'm like, I don't need to put any of this in that podcast.
No.
There's one guy talking about the time that he kicked Cody out of his party, but that's about it.
That we have to get him on the podcast. Like that should. Why not? Was he a D-bag?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I didn't say that very convincingly. No. Yeah, no, he's not, but it's just not really that great a story.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a few of the fights today during work, and then after work I watched the Cody fight. And to be honest with you, I was half right in my predictions and my assumptions about Cody and the COVID. He definitely looked like he was waning towards about midway through round 2. And
that's what it was at all.
Really? He was a ball of fire in the first round. Ball of fire. And then all of a sudden, Rob Font was like stuffing takedowns. He looked gassed. He looked like he was taking punches. He was still in the fight. I'm not saying that Cody was out of this fight at all, but you could definitely tell that he had some damage to him, and he's got to work on his gas tank a little more. And I think they're going to be able to do that, but he did not look good. Rob Font, though, dude, how about that? Boxing winning the day with that jab all day, son.
You can't say something stupid and change the subject. Hold on.
How is that stupid? Listen. You're letting your fandom blind you.
No, you won't let me.
Tuscarora's ass blind you.
No, you won't even let me finish. It's exactly not what's happening. It's the opposite is what's happening. Rob Font just outfought him, buddy. Like that's what happened. Listen, okay, maybe there was a little bit of issue with the coat, maybe, but not very much. Look at the whole thing. I can see it in Cody's face mostly. I'm just thinking him just watching his face. I'm like, shit, he just can't figure out Rob Font. That's what I was reading. I'm like, he just can't figure out how to beat this guy, which has never happened to him before on the feet like that, right? I mean, he's been caught before, but no one's ever like boxed him for 5 rounds like Rob Font did.
No.
So that's what I saw. I saw Rob Font would just look so fantastic, and it was jab, jab, jab all day. Hey, you know what? The good thing is, Cody took a lot of damage in that fight and didn't get knocked out. People talk shit about his chin. Well, he got hit by a lot by a guy who can get cracked, and he didn't get knocked down. He fought the whole fight. It was a good fight. He definitely lost, but Rob Font looked fantastic. But no, the thing is, I'm not going to blame his gas tag on it. It was all Rob Font just being a beast. And his jab being fantastic. Rob Font looking as good as we ever saw him. And him outboxing someone I honestly didn't think he'd be able to outbox. And that's what I saw on Cody's face, I can't figure this guy out. But I'm not too worried about it, honestly. I think he'll fix that and it'll be fine. Yeah. I mean, his last couple fights, I mean, he definitely didn't look the Cody of old as far as a guy who's going to get overzealous and then getting himself caught. That didn't happen at all. If anything, maybe a little bit of the opposite. But I think he'll learn from that and make sure that doesn't happen again either. Right? It's a little bit in between, right? You should have went for it a little bit more. However, he looked good for the most part, but Rob Font just looked a lot better. You say
that like I don't want to admit that, but
no, I know you do. No, I'm saying a lot better. But no, Rob Font looked fantastic. Cody's gameplay was interesting because it looked like he stopped going for takedowns. I don't even think he was really looking for him after that first or second round, which is weird because I mean he was excelling there. I think if he would have turned this into a wrestling match, maybe he would have been able to beat Rob Font on the ground. But it's also the only time we've ever seen Cody do that to anyone because he's never even attempted that before in the UFC at least. So that was interesting, but he kind of gave up on it. I'm not saying that it was completely giving up on it. I'm sure if he would have saw it, he would have went for it, but he definitely didn't try to force it. And then, all day, Rob picked him apart with the jab and looked awesome.
Oh, that jab.
I think Cody, what I was saying before, is he'll learn from this as well. He'll figure out how to figure someone out if they are outboxing him or something. Because like I said, it's the first time this ever happened to him in a fight. So,
and Rob Font was the bigger fighter, too. You have to think about that.
Well, he almost always, Cody's almost always the smaller fight. That's one of the reasons he was going to go to flyweight. He's not a huge bantamweight.
But I mean, to your point about like not being able to figure Rob Font out, he like that jab. I haven't seen that kind of jab work in the UFC since probably GSP. That was really the last time that like a jab was prominent in a fight, and I think that was the Josh Koscheck fight, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's when he broke his eye, right? Was that
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think there's a lady who has a really nasty jab. I can't remember who I'm thinking of. I don't know. I feel bad now. Anyway, but now it's weird. You don't see it as much. I mean, listen, you talk to boxing people, they'll tell you, dude, jab all day. Number one punch, jab all day. So it's kind of weird that it's not as prevalent in MMA. I think it will probably come back. I mean, it's just one of those things that, well, like all sports, like things evolve and then people figure out how to do what people are doing and then they go back to other shit. It's kind of like, I mean, it happens in football all the time, right? Like
it really helps.
Offenses open up and defenses figure out how to defend it, and then offenses go back to run the ball more or whatever. My point is, things change and then people evolve to defend it. So I think the jab will come back when people really realize how good of a weapon it is.
I think so too, and I'm excited.
All I have is a jab. That's all I got, Ray. Jab. Yeah.
It's the weakest jab I've ever seen.
It is. But you know what's worse? This is left. This cross left because I'm not left-handed.
The way you threw that, I was expecting you to throw a knee at a dummy's crotch and say stranger danger. That was awful.
I was going to blow a whistle in its ear. That's what I do. That's what I do with those Bob dummies. I just get a whistle and I blow it in their ear. That's how I spar.
And then you twerk on it. Why do you do that stuff?
Sure.
Like when we're at the gym, stop it. Stop it.
Yes, when I say blow the whistle, I mean the whistle part from that whistle song by Flo Rida.
Oh.
Aren't we the best?
Hopefully we don't get a copyright violation
For
for that. Mr. fucking getting us all a third strike, you fuck. How dare you? Although that didn't get like taken down. So
Well, a lot of if we get a copyright violation, they'll mainly just say you can't make money off of this. Unless someone wants us to get it taken down, which I don't think we're going to do enough that people are going to want to take it down. So
yeah. Bon Qui, I love the name, by the way. Great name. Is Jon Jones the face of the UFC? I would say yes, because he gets more preferential treatment than Conor McGregor.
Well, if that's true, they give him a damn fight, right? If he gets preferential treatment, then they would give him what he wants. That's bullshit. They would give him what he wants and have him fight, for instance, in Conor, because that fight's huge. If he really had preferential treatment, they fucking pay him. Yeah, he doesn't have that much because they would fucking pay him. What do you mean it's preferential treatment?
Preferential treatment. They're talking about giving him a heavyweight title fight right off the bat.
Where's Ray's face? Ray's ass. Ray's ass. Go away. I want Ray's face to come back and talk to me because I can't talk to Ray's ass.
Strong as 4 bulls. By the way, Bonquiqui is the answer to that question. How strong is Stefan Struve? Strong as 4 bulls.
4 bulls, maybe. He just maybe not. He just retired. So I don't know what he's going to do now. He's going to be a very tall model. I don't know.
He'll end up like every other fighter or combat athlete ever, like trying to run for parliament in the Netherlands. Like I could see that.
I like it. Senator Struve.
Yeah.
Senator Skyscraper.
Senator Skyscraper, you are now on the floor. Thank you.
Yeah, no, much. The thing about I'll say this about Struve. Struve was one of those guys that I always thought would eventually be a contender, because he was young. He was in the UFC forever. I'm like, eventually this guy's going to get on the streak. He never really did. And then now apparently he had injury issues, so he retired. He recently retired. Is Jon Jones the face of the UFC? Well, for the men, pretty dark. Well, it's still Conor, because more people who aren't real big fans of the UFC know who Conor McGregor is. They know who Jon Jones is. Not all of them. I mean, I would say most of them, but not all of them.
Yeah, but also
people that watch for Conor who do not know who Jon Jones is. And on the women's side, it's obviously
way worse than Conor's, though. Too. The controversies.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking who's the face. Like who?
But that kept
UFC,
Jon Jones from being the face of the UFC. Was the cocaine, the hitting the pregnant woman, all that fucking crazy shit.
Okay, so we're on the same page. Yeah, that was part of it.
Yeah.
He could have been. He should be the biggest star in the world because he's not. He's never lost.
Yeah,
not really, except for the DQ. Other than the DQ against Matt Hamill, then he's never lost. He should be, but it's definitely it's. I still think he's the most talented fighter they have, but
hopefully never again. But that's just me. When is the Black brother Mike Perry fighting next fight? Hopefully the next fight he has is with another plate glass window in his door. I think that was.
Wait, did he lost his last fight, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, against Rodriguez.
Yeah.
So I don't know. When? I don't know. Probably maybe later this year because he just fought a couple weeks ago, right? A month ago. So I'm not sure. Kevin Lee says he's headed to welterweight for the foreseeable future and teases Mike Perry fight. So Kevin Lee wants to fight him. Maybe that will happen.
Maybe. Hopefully that does happen because I think Kevin Lee would win that fight.
I think so too. This is what happens. You give us questions, we'll answer them. See, he's answering joining the hair club for men. That's what Kamaru. Yeah, when you're that big of a badass, you don't need hair, man. You're fine. Doesn't matter.
This is true.
Listen, why do you think I have so much hair? Because I can't do what Kamaru Usman does. So I need this miraculous mane that I have.
Getting that
and
sewn in.
Look at his part. Getting
a sewn in. I hope he does that. Like just wears one of those like dread wigs out to. Yeah,
let's normalize MMA fighters and weaves. Let's do that.
Yes.
Let's normalize that. I want that to happen from now on. I want giant, like I want there to be every single fighter to have a nice hair piece they bought from India and just drapes down to their back. This glorious That's what Clay Guida needs. Like, because he's always had that long hair, but now he has that big bald spot. He just needs to get a weave. Just weave it in so he has a nice big mane that goes down to his back.
Who is that guy recently who lost some wig pieces?
Phil Haas.
Yeah, Phil Haas with
that ramen noodle haircut looks like what I say, one of those crispy cakes, those rice cakes that someone dropped the bag of rice cakes on the floor.
Dude, it looked like somebody opened a package of styrofoam and like it was just falling. And it wasn't even like the good quality peanut kind. It was like the circular balls and they just drift down like that. You're like, oh, I felt so bad for him. It was like LeBron when his sewn in got fucking pulled out during a playoff game. Do you remember that? When LeBron had like a bald spot in the back of his head.
He's always had a bald spot.
No, but he actually got like some kind of wig piece sewn into his hair, and it like was flopping off in the back.
LeBron's biggest fight in his career has been against his hairline.
Yes,
that's the joke. But it's one fight he hasn't been able to win. Is there like a hairdresser or someone that works with hair dyes or whatever that did like a reaction video to Phil Haas' hair falling out? Someone needs to do that. Yeah,
somebody needs to. I would say I know a few. I could probably send it to them.
But the thing is, it probably is a channel where there's like a hairdresser who just does videos on athletes' hair and just talk shit about it. I'm sure that exists. If it doesn't exist, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna make a hairdresser character, right? And it's not gonna be good. It's gonna be flamboyant. It's gonna be.
I was about to say, how swishy are you gonna get?
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it's not gonna be nice. People are gonna hate it. It's gonna be very 2003. Like it'd be like 2003, it would fly, but it's not gonna fly now. That kind of character.
I mean, I think honestly, we're getting to the point where people are tired of cancel culture. So I think we're gonna
not that much, man. I don't think so.
Dude, we're going to reach a moment in time where everything is okay. I think just because like certain things obviously will be no-goes, but we can do fucking gay humor again. We can do all that kind of shit again without repercussion.
No, I can honestly just see like more people who need their gay humor, who need these things, like very sad, straight white men, kind of like us, but I don't need that kind of shit in my life. That would just go to places like Compound. There'll be more places like that. Safe spaces for your sexists and the racists.
No, because we don't believe in
is a safe place for sexists and racists. But I'm saying there will be something like that.
Please, it's real men don't believe in safe. I actually went to a place once, a comedy place that had the word safe space, like in a frame. In like the right behind the ticket booth. I wanted to retch.
That's gonna be the name of my comedy club, Safe Space Comedy Club.
All you get is dudes in beanies. Like that's all you get.
No. I wouldn't change anything. I would just call it that to see if people them get angry when I have, I don't know, like Reverend Bob Levy or something.
That's one of my dream dudes to work with is Bob Levy, just because of how just psychotic he is.
Have you met Bob? He's a nice guy, actually.
I've never met Bob Levy, and I would probably cry if I met him, just because he's an O&A favorite. So
does he still? He used to have his own podcast network. I don't know if he still does.
I don't know if he calls into the Anthony Cumia show every once in a while.
Does he? Because he had his own network. Because I think he has a podcast, but he had a network. Because do you remember Ed Maloney?
Yeah.
Comic? Okay. Yeah. He put Ed on his network. Ed had a show on his network.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Bob Levy. Every time I hear him on any podcast or old radio show, I'm like, oh, I'm about to have some fun today. Bob Levy's on. This is going to be fucking wild.
One time he came up to me and he's like, hey, man, you have credit card debt? I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm a comic. Of course I do. Like, yes. I'm like, of course I do. And he gave me a card to somebody. He's like, oh, like debt management people. He's like, oh, this lady saved my life. I'm like, okay, well, thanks, Bob. I mean, that was weird. that was a weird cold opening to a conversation.
Yeah, he seems like the kind of guy that would give great memorable cold openings. I love his stand-up too. His
You ever
stand-up
have a
is fucking
sausage
fire.
bacon sandwich? What? Yeah, maybe. I don't. Where'd that come from? Maybe. I don't know. Who is a good one now? Now I want to know. What do you bring it up? Yeah, that's Bob Levy kind of.
You ever been to Hollywood Video? Really good selection.
Dude, that was the store here in town. It was Hollywood Video.
Really?
And actually, yeah, that building's still been. It's right by the mall, and it's still been there, and it's been vacant for years. It's just sitting there where the Hollywood Video used to be.
There's a few Hollywood Videos that I see in like Cleveland when I'm like driving around for work, and you just look at them and you're like, oh, because I don't even miss like Hollywood Video, the place. I miss like Game Crazy because I was like really big in video games as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. And like they always had the weirdest. That's where, you know, that joke I did, the porn joke where I talk about Lord of the G Strings.
Yes.
I actually discovered Lord of the G Strings at Hollywood Video.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I had realized like I saw passes of it in on Showtime, because like Showtime would play it every once in a while as part of the like After Dark collection or whatever. And I remember watching Lord of the G Strings and just like Misty Monday mesmerized me with her atrocious acting. Like she was so bad, she was amazing.
I felt the same way when I saw Tenet.
With Robert Pattinson.
No, not Robert. It's not his fault. Robert Pattinson's a badass actor. No, the Washington kid. Is it what's his first name? Dwayne?
I think. I didn't see Tenet.
I want him to be, dude. I haven't even gotten all the way through. I got halfway through. It's tough to get through. Number one, like he was okay in Black Klansman, but you could also see that he's not the world's. He's not a super. He's not his father, but no one really expects him to. But he's getting big parts, and I don't know if he was the one to try to carry Tenet, especially a movie that's that confusing. Like I'm trying to figure that. I'm gonna start over from the beginning when I watch it again. So I'm trying to figure this thing out. But apparently, even the actors couldn't figure it out. So I guess it's one of those movies that you just kind of give up on really figuring out what's going on. Just kind of marvel at the effects and the acting. But in the acting, I mean, like at least if you couldn't figure out Inception, there's great actors in it, right? And Robert Pattinson is a great actor, but yeah, this Washington kid is. I want him to be great, but he's just not great right now. And I think he may have been not a great choice for Tenet. I wonder if that was kind of forced upon Christopher Nolan.
Could have been. Definitely could have been. The whole idea, I watch shout out to, and I know they're probably happy we're giving them a shout out with some of the people on there, but what are you gonna do? Shout out to New Rock Stars on YouTube. Love those guys. They do a lot of like Easter egg and like movie breakdowns. I actually watched their breakdown of Tenet because they used like the mathematics and explained it and did all that stuff. And I still didn't get it at the end of like that entire thing because it makes no sense to me. And I honestly want to know what fever dream Christopher Nolan like wrote that on. Did he ever?
You should have put these comments up, man. Because listen, I'm sorry, we're changing the subject, but you didn't put this up. Because I don't see them unless you put them up. So unless I go to a different screen. But Bon Kui is making fun of Mayweather's hairline.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have a good hairline though.
No, he doesn't. No. What he did is he got a fake beard. He got one of those like weird. Like a fake stubble. He got stubble
like
tattooed on his face.
He got like Merkin beard?
Well, kind of. It's like fake stubble on his face. So kind of.
What?
Yeah. It's so bad. Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. No, I gotta Google this. I don't believe you that he got cheek hair implants.
I don't. Just look at Floyd Mayweather fake beard.
All right. I'm finding it right now.
Fake beard. Here we go.
Fake beard.
Yeah. One of the first pictures that come up, man. It's him in a barber chair. You can definitely look at it, man. That's fake because he never had that before. And all of a sudden, he has what it looks like a fake A fake beard.
Yeah, I mean it's fake as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, but
No, that's hilarious.
that's gross. That's like being somebody. That's like being 25 and using just for men. It's like let it go
No, it's
gray.
not, dude. I'm gonna use that shit.
Why?
Start. Why?
Yeah,
Because my mother dyes her hair, and I'm not gonna be the only person in this house with showing gray hairs. That's why.
you're that fucking vain.
Well, I haven't done it yet, but maybe.
I
But I'm also not gonna lie about it. Like I want to be that guy. I'd probably like started this podcast to be like, I will tell everyone if I dyed my hair. The first thing I do is I tell everyone that I dyed my hair.
see. I have this weird. Let me get this in an angle where I can show, and still have
on my beard.
But like this whole thing is blonde and it's going white slowly. I'm so excited to get like a gray beard because I know I'm gonna have that. I know I'm gonna have it, and I'm okay with it at this point. Like I don't care. I don't give a shit. Why? You're getting old. Fuck it. Let's party.
Not that old.
Oh,
I'll get gray. When I'm in, I'll wear the grays when I'm like 43, not 33.
nah. I'm 30. I'm 30. About to be 32, and I've got like visible gray hair. So it's
I mean, listen, you can't tell too much on the podcast, but I mean, you see me, you'd be able to see some of them. But it's not too bad now. If it gets too much worse, then maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah, I'm not that. Yeah, you look at me. I'm in a sleeveless shirt today. I just rolled up my pajama pants because it's hot in here, and for some reason the AC isn't like it didn't turn on.
You
but
you seem like that guy. You seem like rolled up pajama pants in public guy.
No, not in public. In private, I'll do it because nobody can see it. So it's like fuck it. But it's like I don't care about I care about certain things about my appearance. Like my hair means a lot to me. Like up here, if I started losing my hair, I would immediately go Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just straight up shave it, and we're done.
Dude, I'd probably go LeBron James, man. I'd probably try to buy myself something. I'll be wearing a piece on the show.
You're just clipping on like hair clips. That just
no, I'm gonna get that spray that they used to sell like at 3 a.m. on VH1 Classic. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what exactly it is. It's like silly string, but hair colored.
You go to like a wig shop that their advertisement is our wigs don't come off in water. Like I could see you doing that shit.
I'd be one of those guys who can't hold a baby because the baby will rip the wig off. So you hold babies at distances. Like why do you always hold the baby like what? Like what? I don't want to breathe on it by accident. I mean I'm sick. That's what it is. I want to breathe on it.
I don't know, man. If something goes on me, it's kind of like it was meant to go. Like except for like two things, my D and my neck. Like those are two things. I like my neck first, my dick second. Like
what if that started to fall out like your hair does, just like pieces of it just started to fall off.
Oh god,
just a chunk fell off one day.
It comes apart like somebody that's evaporating in a movie. Just
like if you weren't circumcised, nature starts to do it for you. What am I? I'm shedding.
It starts disappearing like Marty McFly, Back to the Future. I think that would be a bad fucking scene, dude. Like you just see your dick go in and out of reality, and you're like, no.
That'd be a cool way to like in a time travel movie for someone to realize that they're this close to not existing, instead of like a picture of them and their family and they're disappearing. It's like a dick pic they send a girl and their dick starts disappearing. That would get you going. Like, oh, it's happening. How come only the dick's disappearing? What is happening?
Why does my pelvis feel lighter? This isn't good.
Right. Dude, did you see Cookie Monster?
No, who's Cookie Monster?
Carla Esparza, dude.
Oh yeah, I saw that fight.
Fucking dude. Carla, fucking badass. Good. I didn't think she was gonna win this fight. And Ray, if you remember, folks, was trying to kick her out of the UFC for some reason because he does that to people.
Just burying the holes, shoving them in.
Ray likes the younger fighters. He's trying to comb high schools to get a replacement for Carla Esparza, even though she's winning. That's Ray's thing.
You know what? I'd rather go to teen MMA because I know at least that it's going to be bloody. You go to fucking teenage football games, sir. That's weird.
Hey, it's funny because Ray's like, oh, she lost a couple, and she has one win, but she's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights in a row. You're insane. You're insane.
By the way, Limp Dick Turkey Neck is a great geriatric goth band name. Like that is actually a really funny name for that. I can play in the Agora or the Kent stage. I could definitely see that.
So that sounds like a band that D-Rest saw in 1959 for 15 cents somewhere in Staten Island. What are those? We say because you love you because it's how many times
for their 30th anniversary at CBGB.
I saw this band at Shea Stadium for $1.65.
That was the nosebleed seats. You had to pay $5 for the field.
We love you, D-Rest.
I saw the San Diego chicken shit everywhere fuck. Why?
That one went off the rails.
I lost it. So gay. I was gonna go Studio 54 with that, but fuck. That would have been a good joke. Shit.
Anyway, what we're saying is Carla Esparza looking pretty awesome, and this
she looks fantastic.
I didn't even think she would beat, and she beat her ass. And she got
by the way,
she was bloody. Oh, bloody mess. Cookie Monster was a bloody mess. And she kicked her ass. And now.
Oh, I mean, by the way, it was
right there.
She's right. That was the
69. My bad. Nice. But finally, she's probably gonna. I mean, who deserves a title shot more than Carla Esparza right now? Look, Weili Zhang and Rose are probably gonna run it back. Joanna hasn't fought in a while, and she hasn't beaten anybody. So Joanna's really. I mean, she needs to fight. And they just announced Rodriguez and Mackenzie Dern. Or they're
I saw that.
Gonna match up now. I don't think they have a date yet, but that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited for that. But yeah, I don't know. There's no one for Joanna to fight right now. But
why not run that?
I mean, just listen right now.
Back. Why not run the Joanna victory for?
I mean, if they did it right away, maybe. But it's been over a year, and also, well, because
she looked phenomenal, and I could see her taking it to Joanna with this fight that she put on. Just dominant.
Who are you talking about?
Carla Esparza.
Run what back? You're talking about the
didn't she?
You were talking about with Zhang Weili.
No, I'm talking about when Joanna beat Carla Esparza. Didn't she beat Carla for the strawweight title?
Yeah, that was a while ago. It was like 5.
Yeah, so you could
run that back
ago. Now. But still, you could run that back.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess so. That one would make sense if you're gonna have Rose and Weili Zhang fight again.
I would say give Carla
been beating everybody she's been fighting. I'm really excited for her to fight Marina Rodriguez.
Yeah, that's good. Mackenzie Dern is just a fucking animal. I love that girl.
So
her jiu-jitsu is so clean.
Yeah,
well, I was gonna compliment Carla Esparza here in a second, but you fucking ruined it. You ruined bits. You terrible Tim.
No. What I was saying was what? Go ahead, finish it. What were you gonna say? Try to say
terrible Tim is bad at bits. Terrible Tim, he doesn't give a shit.
What? Yeah, because you're trying to do these wacky elaborate terrible morning show bits. So fucking free
terrible Tim hates morning shows. Terrible Tim thinks
mainly because I'm not up in the morning.
What?
Because I'm not up in the morning.
That is true. I'm
one of the reasons.
But no, I honestly think because Carla in this fight, and again, communism falls again, which is good. All day, every day, USA. Nobody else but my flag. These colors don't run.
Really? Really? Because as soon as a Polish person fights, you're like, oh, Poland. That's where my people are from. Poland. I'm Polish.
Yeah.
You're born in Cleveland, you douchebag. You're American.
I am, but I don't know. The Polish thing is just too hardcore. You're raised on it. You're literally like you're reminded you're Polish by any relative that you have that's Polish. It's kind of creepy.
That happens to me. Actually, for a while, the only heritage I knew I had is Polish because the Polish people in my family are the only ones who talked about it.
Yeah.
So
it's like being Italian. Like Italians talk about being Italian all the time. Polish people will not shut the fuck up sometimes about being
Speaking
Polish.
of Italians,
Ooh.
yeah, did you see that video I sent? Eurovision was last weekend.
I did. I didn't watch the video yet. I will give a review.
Well, it's not a video.
on-
I can't find any video of the actual show. Apparently, that's locked and key, man.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking the
But
music
that's
video.
that's the music video that they that they put up. But there's a rock band from Italy called Mainskin. So rock and roll wins. Yeah, rock and roll wins Eurovision, which is pretty cool. It's a legitimate rock song, and it's in Italian. It's a non-English, so no one knows what the hell they're saying. And they see, of course it did. Of course, he probably saw Police audition at CVGB probably in the afternoon.
He helped Sting with his amp, for fuck's sake.
Probably. He probably ate that weird chili that they used to make back there.
Possible.
I don't know. That's
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, Mainskin. Yeah. Anyway, they won Eurovision, which is pretty cool. It's a good song. It's a legitimate rock song. But the controversy now is that apparently, like, there's a video, and if you look it up, like, it seems like the lead singer is definitely doing cocaine in the back room. So people are like, they should take his title. I'm like, he's a rock star, man. Of course he's doing cocaine.
Everybody is out. That house in Eurovision, everybody has now an idea that Eurovision is this pure fucking thing. I guarantee you the people in Lordy, when they won it, were doing coke in the back fucking hallway before they went on stage.
Lordy seems like a heroin band to me, but Mainskin definitely seems like a cocaine band. You look at the lead singer, just look at him, you're like, oh yeah, that guy was doing cocaine on stage during his performance. Look at that guy. For sure. 100%. But good for them for winning. Because like I said, a rock band won Eurovision for the first time since Lordy, right? So I didn't know it was happening, or else I would have tried to pay more attention to it. I didn't know it was this weekend.
Yeah, but, I would have paid more. I would have found like a stream, if anything, just to watch it. I didn't see my cousin from England post about it. She usually watches it religiously. She'll post every year about Eurovision, and it makes me happy because I'm just like, yay, Eurovision's. Because Lordy is the reason I know of Eurovision. Like, they're the reason I know that it exists. I knew it before the movie came out with Will Ferrell. And when they made a Eurovision movie during the pandemic, my first thought was, oh, yeah, I'm fucking watching this. Like, I'm fucking watching this.
I will say it is a funny bit that Iceland did. I give Iceland some props. These are all nominations for Hero of the Week, by the way. Mainskin's a nomination, honorable mention. So is the delegation from Iceland for Eurovision, because they brought the Yaya Ding Dong guy to give their points, and he tried to give 12 points to Yaya Ding Dong. 12 points to Yaya Ding Dong. He tried pretty hard to try to give his 12 points to Yaya Ding Dong, but they wouldn't let him, so he had to give it to Switzerland or something. But yeah, it was actually funny. It was legitimate.
Terrible Tim, get on the stage.
You can't keep doing these jokes with
Tim
no one knowing this bit, except for you guys. I mean, I heard half a song and I turned it off, but because I realized what was happening. But
well, I like Terrible.
Funny,
I like that guy. He's hilarious. Terrible Tim is one of the greatest musical art. He should be in Eurovision. I want him in Eurovision as the American.
It doesn't work. There'll never be an American in Eurovision. I'm waiting for this state by state American competition. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put in a submission every year for the state of Ohio. Every year.
You'll get beaten out by like some girl in like Columbus for some reason. It's got a
Lord Thoven and Thunder Legend are gonna get into American Vision, whatever they're gonna call it.
Yeah, it's like the American Song Contest or something like that is what they're calling it.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if they have a channel yet or anything.
They have like a logo. I looked it up when you were telling me about like because I think you were the one that told me about the fact that they were doing an American version. But
also, I think I'm too fat for Legends of the Hidden Temple.
What's the weight limit?
There's no weight limit. I'm just thinking, I'm like, they're not going to pick me because they asked what your weight is. So I'm like, I weigh too much. I'm going to lie a little bit.
Oh, come on. Put your real weight.
No, because I
You got
want to
me
get
who's
picked.
smaller. I
wanna
can
get
use you to
picked.
grab things.
I want to get picked.
But the thing is,
Also, like I don't even have time to lose weight because they film in July, so we got to fill this thing out quick if we want to do this.
this is true. I want to get on that, and even if they don't, even if like I don't get on the first season, when they recast, I think we should do it.
Well, it's gonna be. We have to. Did you look at the application? They ask a lot of questions. They want a memorable application, so we need to fill this out together. We'll do it later. All right. We'll do it later.
But
how great would that be? Right? Team Bro Plata as the Silver Snakes or whatever, the Purple Monkeys or whatever the hell they are.
I want the red Jaguars all day. Like I will grab that red Jaguar.
They do ask like on a scale of 1 to 10 what you rank your knowledge in like math, science, right? And then pop culture is one. I'm like, well, I think pop culture will be like 8 or 9, so everything else would be like 3s.
Yeah, I honestly, I could see myself not doing it. Well, pop culture, depending on the year, if it was like recent,
if it's general knowledge kind of pop culture, I think we could probably handle those questions. If you know what I'm saying?
I could probably do math and science.
Yeah, I probably would know some of them, right? Math, maybe not as much.
I think we would do well in the physical parts.
History probably would be. I think I'd do general knowledge history, like game show history, half decent. I think, like the kind of questions they would ask on that show. I think I'd be okay with that. I think maybe a 6 or a 7, maybe 6. 6 is a good score for history for me.
Do you think because they're going for like the Gen X old people and the fucking
they're going for the millennials like us?
Millennials, but millennials.
Because that was our show, man. That was the shit. They want people that are nostalgic about the show, which I am 100%.
But like, remember how you had to stomp on the stairs to answer a question? Like,
yeah,
I don't. But I don't want to. Like, I have bad knees. I don't want to stomp on anything. Like, that'll hurt. The problem
would be, like I said, I think I'd be too fat because there's trap doors and shit. So I'm afraid that like I'll be too fast. That's why they ask for your weight to make sure you can fit through the fucking trap doors.
You drop out like Augustus Gloop. Just.
Well, if there isn't any fat people on season 1, we'll still try. But if there's not people my size or bigger on season 1, I'm gonna have to lose weight for season 2.
You know that those TV, like people want like body positivity, like they want the fat guys to win.
They don't want fat guys. They want fat women for body.
This is true.
People don't want fat guys for body positivity. They don't want that. No.
Why not?
That's not how body positivity works. It only works for women.
Oh, the patriarchy or whatever. I get it.
Sure.
I recently saw pictures of guys doing their wives' maternity pictures, and they were like holding their stomachs like they were pregnant and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was hilarious because I want to do those as like headshots. I think that would be kind of fun.
Okay, then do it. We need bro Plata promo pictures. That's what we need to get.
Absolutely. And I'm going to be hitting up. I get paid tomorrow, so I'm going to hit up this one guy that I know online for a logo because I think he'd be able to do it for us.
Okay.
Here's
another honorable mention. I sent you this video. Do you have the video?
I have the video set up. Let me bring this up, and then I have to go into full screen on my side.
I got to explain what it is first. Dieter Roll is the man's name. He is the organist for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay, and last week, Josh Reddick, who's now of the Arizona Diamondbacks and was formerly of the Houston Astros,
yes,
came to the plate. And then organist Dieter decided to play this song to bring up Josh Reddick.
And I did learn how to share the sound, everybody. So you'll get to hear this. So we'll let this play and then react to it afterwards.
Oh, hold on. One thing. If you don't remember, the Houston Astros are cheaters.
They are.
They got in trouble for a sign stealing scandal from a couple years ago. So that's and this is the year of trolling the Astros, even former Astros, as this gentleman. So this is what the organist played when he came to bat.
I saw the sign or heard the sign.
Oh, jeez, Peter.
Are there any garbage can songs?
Oh, he just gets fucked with, and they're good. Good on them.
Good for the
on
organist. I saw the sign by Ace of Base. It's funny because they stole signs. Good for him. That was great. That was great. You know what?
Yeah, that's a.
The Pirates have an organ. Oh, usually just like the older parks have organists. Fenway does.
Our guy died a while ago. Like our main guy, Vince Lachey, was the Pirates organist forever, and they actually still use his organ recordings during games. So they'll do like Vince Lachey, and then
there's only a handful of parks I think have organists anymore, but that's cool. We don't have one in Cleveland. We have a drum guy. We have John Adams. That's our thing. But John Adams is still sick. He's not. Hopefully he'll recover and come back sometime this year. Because it is a bummer. Because when I was at the game and didn't hear the drum, I mean, it's a bummer when he's not there.
Yeah, I mean, if he passes away, I'll even like stand outside the church. Like that guy was a good part of my childhood, dude. Like when we found out, because what does he have? Cancer or something like that?
I'm not sure.
But yeah, if you don't know, the Cleveland Indians have a guy that plays a tribal drum at every game in between pitches instead of an organ or something like that. And the dude is an icon in this town. I'm a Pirates fan. I'm a branded Pirates fan. And I still, if that dude dies, that's like going to be a piece of my childhood, because I would remember going during the good years of the Cleveland Indians to those games.
Especially when they had their straight sellouts.
That
place was packed with 43,000 people, and like they're trying to get a rally going in the seventh. You just hear goo 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 coming out from under the scoreboard in left field. Yeah, he's a treasure, man. We love him. And we only had drums once this year. On opening day, they got a replacement, and if you're going to get a replacement drummer, you might as well get Patrick Carney from the Black Keys.
Yeah,
and he didn't try to show. He called John, asked him if he got his blessing to do it. And he just did it the way John told him to do it. So it's not like he tried to show him up or anything, which no one shows up John Adams. But
no,
and it's great because for the longest time he wasn't a paid employee because he worked at AT&T for the longest time, and he just showed up when he could because sometimes he couldn't show up because they tried to pay him, and he's like, I have a job. I'm like, I can't. Then eventually he got laid off from AT&T, and then he became then they started paying him. But for the longest time he was just a volunteer. Because I don't like now, if someone tried to bring a drum in, they'd be like, why are you trying to bring a drum into this park? Only John's allowed to bring a drum in. But back in the day at old Cleveland Municipal Stadium, they just didn't give a shit. They were just happy someone showed up. What do you want to bring? Whole picnic lunch? Yeah, I don't care. Whatever, man. You want to bring your whole band in? I don't give a shit. Just plug it into the wall. It's fine. Just pay for tickets. You can come.
I remember I was a very young child when I went. Like my parents took me to Municipal. I was there for like Nolan Ryan's last. I think I was there for Nolan Ryan's last game. The story goes at Municipal Stadium. Like the year he was retiring, my dad got us tickets, and we went. And I was like maybe 2. Because what year did Nolan Ryan retire?
I don't know. Is it worth me
looking like early 90s? I would say 91, 92, something like that.
Something. He was like 40. He was throwing in the 90s when he was 40 something. That guy's a medical marvel.
He was a fucking tough son of a bitch too. A lot of the fights that he would get in.
I just remember that one when he threw that uppercut at a dude. He was like 40 when he did that. He's 74. He probably still threw 85 miles per hour.
Probably.
1993 was his last year with the Texas Rangers.
Okay, so 1993 was because we moved to Houston.
First year was 66.
That's insane, man. But he was a legend. Like my dad apparently did pest control for him in Texas when he played for the Astros.
Dude, if he was playing right now in his prime, he'd have 11 no-hitters himself this year.
Dude, if he was playing today, whatever team he was on is the automatic World Series champions.
Well, that's only 1 out of 5 games, but I know what you're saying. He would look. He had 5,714 strikeouts. If he played now, he'd have.
He
about
would
8,000.
play. Oh, fuck that. He would play every game. He would have a consecutive game streak like Cal Ripken at this point.
That is
In
one
baseball?
of those things they would never let that happen. Like they'll never ever let him let someone throw as many pitches as Nolan Ryan would throw in games, and that's why no one would even come close. Not even sniff.
Yeah.
Cy Young's record, because no one's going to let anyone pitch that much. So that's why that's why I used to call until I found out he was a pervert, or alleged pervert, I should say, at least. Travis Fulton, I said, is a Cy Young of MMA, because no one's going to break his record either, because it was a different time, right? He used to fight multiple times a day, and he has 300 fights. No one's going to. There's no way, with the way commissions are now, that anyone's going to be able to get 300 fights in their career. It's impossible. So, and we try to get him on the show. So I found out that he got in trouble for child pornography. So
yeah,
never mind. I don't want him on the show as bad as I used to.
I remember you sending me that.
I know. I'm just happy. This is the one interview I'm happy we didn't get.
If I would have found that, I would have vetoed it immediately. Like,
well, yeah, but I didn't. No one knew. No one. It wasn't a thing until we got in trouble. Anyway, Hero of the Week. Those were nominations. I had to give my actual Hero of the Week, and you don't have to talk too much about it because I already talked about it. It happened when we were on the show last. Derrick Lewis. Listen, how can you not give him Hero of the Week? Somebody's breaking into Derrick Lewis's car in Houston, and he punched a dude asleep.
Yeah.
Crime deterrent. Big fist. The Black Beast, Derrick Lewis, will knock your ass out. Man, look, of all the people in the world, that's like one of the top 5 worst people who try to rob a car.
I kind of wish I lived in Derrick Lewis's neighborhood after this knockout, just because if I would have known that it was Derrick Lewis's car, I would be yelling at threat possibly of getting shot. I would literally yell out my window, "The guy who owns that car is about to kill you." That would be what would happen, sir. Like, it's just keep going. Why are you telling? Oh, Tim's pulling out money. He's got the money. Oh my God, King. He's got money. I thought he was broke. I thought he was poor. Oh my God, the $10 man, Tim Danko. Oh my God.
That was a $5 bill, Ray.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Damn it, I gave you too much credit. Fuck.
I was. Mom, can you turn those lights back on, please? Thank you. Okay. I was trying, not to mention her. She came down to get tip money for the pizza guy. Apparently, she ordered pizza. So.
Ooh, that's funny. Is it that same pizza you got for
no
the
idea. I didn't ask. I don't know. If it was up to me, I don't know. She likes Little Caesars. If it was up to me, it would absolutely be Your Pizza, because Your Pizza is the shit.
Oh.
Listen, Your Pizza. Sponsor us, okay? All you have to do to sponsor us is give me a free pizza every 2 weeks. Ray doesn't get any unless he's here. But
I was about to say, if I'm there, yeah, I'm getting some.
They sponsor
good
First
fucking
Gardner
pizza.
show. It is good stuff.
Oh,
it's really good.
So
I fucking love it. I fucking love it. It's good stuff. That's personally my favorite pizza in Tuscarawas County. There's a good place in Sugar Creek, which is kind of a haul from me, but it's still Tuscarawas County. But it's good stuff. My brother gets it because it's closer to him. It's like 15 minutes from his house. But which New Philly is also 15 minutes from his house. He lives in the middle of nowhere. But it's good stuff. I think it's called Park Street. Yeah, it's really good. But that and Your Pizza is my favorite around here.
Yeah, Your Pizza is the shit. If you're ever in New Philadelphia enjoying Amish country, it's Your Pizza is a great fucking pizza. When we had it for that first Figueiredo versus what's his name? Well, I can't remember his name.
Perez.
The first Figueiredo Perez fight. And that was probably one of the best pizzas I've ever had. That was like not a chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, I think they used to be like a small chain. They used to have a couple locations around here. But yeah, that's why. Yeah, we got pizza. I'm like, I'm gonna feed Ray something he hasn't had. So I got the Yours, and it was good. Yeah, no, it is my favorite pizza for sure.
Oh yeah,
here,
that's
for
one of
sure.
my favorite. The other one that it's only in.
Well, then
like,
we'll get it next time, man. When you come
the
down with next month before we go to the game.
absolutely.
Hey, I found a place, a couple places in Pittsburgh I want to go, but we don't really have time.
Where
But
give me at least one.
well, one is old. It's really just for a picture opportunity. But Old Kaminsky, they have where Old Kaminsky Park used to be. They have part of the wall up somewhere in a park.
I want to hit you.
Why?
I want to
Did
hit
I say
you.
Kaminsky? I'm sorry.
No,
It's in the wrong
Comiskey
part?
is in fucking
Forbes.
Chicago.
Forbes.
Yes, Forbes
Sorry.
Field. It's on
You're
the
right.
University.
You're right. I apologize. I would get mad if you did the same thing to me. I apologize. Forbes Field.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. That was gonna be a stop after the game. Because of the fact that you were such a big baseball fan.
Yeah, I would just a little bit of a wall that used to be there is going to be nerd out from me, which is weird. But it's just a wall. It's you take a
cool,
picture,
though.
you touch it. I'll gotta touch it and go, oh, because I'm a baseball nerd. Because that's legendary place. That place was huge too. That was a giant park, and it was really hard to hit the ball out of there. Not impossible, but it was tough. And then, well, you have some places we want to eat, but there's I found an article, the best burrito places in every state. And in Pittsburgh, there's a place, it's called Baby Loves Tacos. And it's a little hole in the wall. And apparently they have badass breakfast burritos. But if you already had a spot, wherever you want to go.
I've never heard or been to this place, so I'm definitely down to go there.
Okay, I don't know where it is. I just know it's a little hole in the wall. They don't even have seats. It's just a little takeout place. A hole in the wall.
We'll find the address. I'll Google it after the show. Okay. And then what's the other one?
That was it. Those were the two.
I was going to say, what were your three wishes, my son? I will grant them.
I'm going to say, well, Kaminsky was a bit, and like you have to be a special kind of nerd to what Forbes. I'm sorry, you have to be a special kind of nerd to want to see a wall. But
there's actually a cool event that happens in Pittsburgh every year at that wall. Because it's the wall that Bill Mazeroski hit the game-winning or the World Series clinching home run in. It's that exact wall, like where the ball went over. Cool. Yeah, and what they do every year is they play the actual the radio broadcast from KDKA. And everybody sits in like the lawn area and on the sidewalk and cheer on and like reenact basically the miracle of Pittsburgh with Bill Mazeroski hitting that game-winning home run off of Yogi Berra.
That's pretty cool. I found that there's a video where there's some homages to the old Jewel Box parks, and I mean, well, Fenway's still around, and Wrigley too. I think is the other one, right? And then, but League Park in Cleveland, I haven't been up there ever either. But that's
it's okay. It's not in a good neighborhood.
No, I know that, but they kept the field intact, and the field's nice. I mean, they replaced it with AstroTurf and stuff, but the home plate is in the original spot. The dimensions are the same, and they have a little museum there too. Yeah. So they do high school games there. I want to umpire a game there, really bad.
They kind of recreated to the front facade, which was all wood. Cool. And I've been outside of League Park a few times. If you go to like concerts, it's within walking distance of the Agora. It's not that far, and it's pretty cool. Like you drive by and you're like, fuck, that's where League Park used to be. That's kind of dope. Same thing with Forbes Field, dude. Like when my dad took us near Forbes Field, the Forbes Field wall on the University of Pittsburgh, it was a cool moment because I love baseball, and to like see where a historical moment happened is pretty sweet. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but I one day I will get to the replay party that they do every year. I want that to be a thing.
I mean, you won't fight me on this for sure. You'll agree with me, and I don't know anyone that will fight me on this, but I will fight someone on this if they try to tell me there's any sport in America with more a rich history than baseball. There's not. This is one of the oldest sports, and it's football doesn't
I was
have
gonna
that.
say in this
Basketball
country,
doesn't
no.
have that. No. It's the soccer have it in other countries, 100%, but not here, not the way. And also, one of the great things about baseball is because of those old jewel box ballparks and the way they do things now. Ever since Baltimore made their park in '92, the different dimensions. Baseball's it's quirky, it's weird, it's different. It's 100 reasons why I love baseball. There's 100.
Well, that's why I like hockey, dude. Because hockey is a weird
I understand
sport.
that too. And there's a lot of great history of hockey too. But in this country, baseball's absolutely number one as far as history goes. And yeah, I mean, I was when I went to the Hall of Fame last month or month and a half ago. It was fantastic. I loved every second of it. Walking around like, that's what I was doing under my mask, making weird noises, making weird orgasm noises. He was like, "This is so cool."
I'm just going to attribute it to
giant
your
exploding
Tourette's
wheel that he had. Yeah, that too. It could be. You never know. But if it's around baseball stuff, it's probably on purpose.
So it's autism, is what you're saying.
Maybe. I was just saying, it's just legitimate praise for the hour. The excitement. It's legitimate excitement. But
you act like some women do around like super cute things. Like you just want to like, like crush it, but like don't want to harm it, kind of thing.
Right. If they would let me hold anything in that museum, I'd probably pass out.
That would be fun. I want to get big enough where we can request like tours of like museums.
I'll put the gloves on. Yeah,
my God. To touch anything that Honus Wagner touched, I would.
That's what
I would lose
UFC
my shit.
needs a physical museum. So, but the thing is, the way they run things, they wouldn't have like old UFC shit. They just only have like Zuffa on shit. They would have like a piece of the original cage. Just gonna pretend like that era didn't happen. They would. Do
Bob
that.
Meyerowitz didn't do shit.
Yeah, they wouldn't. They wouldn't do that. Well, they give some of the people credit, but yeah, I don't know. An MMA museum would be fun, but it would need all of that and everyone, And now the UFC has their own Hall of Fame, but like I said, they don't have a physical one yet.
Not yet. Give it about another 25 years. We're getting up to 25. I think next 2 years, it's going to be 25 fucking
I don't think
years.
they're going to open anything that's not big enough for them to charge admission. Because really, there's only it would be like 2 rooms right now, right? It'd be a couple of rooms.
I would be
interactive exhibits. You can make it a cool little museum right now.
Oh yeah, I could see.
I don't think it wouldn't take more than like an hour to get through the whole thing, but you have to put it. You'd put it in Vegas, obviously. Where else would you put it? Colorado. That's where they should put it. Dayton, Alabama. That's where they should put it.
Well, honestly, they should do it on the site of because this made me sad. There's like just a plaque where the Mammoth Event Center is now the Fillmore in Denver. I passed that one time. That was kind of cool. But where they did the first ever UFC in Denver, it's now part of the parking lot of Mile High Stadium, and there's just like a plaque
for the UFC event or the stadium
for the arena that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's I found that same thing. They did the same thing with Old Kaminsky Park in Chicago because it's part of the parking lot for the new Kaminsky Park, which is guaranteed rate or whatever it's called now. And they have a spot where the home plate was, and they have like lines to show you where the field used to be. But that's it.
That's a sad moment, dude. Like,
well, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's not like you could. They needed that space for a parking lot. They couldn't just. I mean, look, same thing with Three Rivers, right? They blew that up. I mean, they can't.
Well, I mean, at least with Three Rivers, they put 2 stadiums on it. They didn't just, and then the shopping or like the actual like party district in between there. It's pretty sweet. It's basically chain restaurants and shit like that. Jerome Bettis has his own restaurant like right next to PNC Park.
Is it called the Bus Stop?
No, I think it's called Bettis's or something like that. But like it's
Jerome Bettis was a guy that it was hard to hate him. Same thing with Troy Polamalu. You hate him because he was good, but as a person, you're like, this guy's great. Now, Bud Roethlisberger is super easy to hate. Easy to hate for sure. Super easy. I'm sure it's probably hard to like, except for when he's winning. Even then, it's kind of difficult, I'm sure. But Jerome Bettis, he's just like big, smiley, burly, chubby running back that would just knock people over. And then Troy Polamalu was just the best. Just
seeing him in Head
the
and
best.
Shoulders commercial compared to like what he like is now, you're like, I'm getting old. This isn't good, dude.
See,
like
he has gray hair.
And he looks way smaller now. Like he does them with who's the cat from Kansas City?
Mahomes.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Him and Patrick Mahomes do a commercial for Head and Shoulders together. And you look at Troy Polamalu and you're like, oh man, like he's probably in his like late 40s, early 50s, and you're like, God damn it, why does like growing up suck? It sucks because you just look at him and you're like, that used to be an animal of a human being. A lot when he would jump over the defensive line to get to a running back with pinpoint fucking accuracy. Oh, Troy Polamalu ruled, dude.
You ever hear Peyton Manning talk about him? He's like, I don't know how the hell this guy. He's like, he was always in the spot he needed to be. It's like he could read minds.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Every quarterback says that he was just such a pain in the ass because he's like always was right where he was not supposed to be. Like you line up like you look in film and he's never in this area. And when you have
Casey
play,
Jones is just doing all kinds of fuckery, and I like it tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
You have a play that exploits him being in a certain position. He's in the opposite position. And you're like, how the hell did this happen? Like all the time. Pat McAfee talks all the time about how they had a fake field goal set up. And for whatever reason, for the one time ever, Troy Polamalu lined up in the opposite gap where he was supposed to run this ball. Because he never once on film all through the season has he lined up in that gap. But once when they decide they're going to fake it, he just happens to line up in that gap. And they had to call off the fake. He just kicked it because he knew he was going to get crushed because he was supposed to run the ball. But it's great when he tells the story. And eventually he got Polamalu to talk to him about it. He's just like, just happened to be that he realized there wasn't that look on tape. So that field goal, he just decided I need to line up here because we never had that look on tape. And it just happened to be that time they were going to run a fake.
Yeah. And
so
that's
he's
like,
always, who is it?
He should have been on the coaching staff after he retired.
If he wanted to coach, he'd be hired right away. But he's not coaching because he doesn't want to coach. He'd be hired right away. You kidding? They say he's one of the smartest players in the history of defense.
No, he is. I mean, and that's the thing. Like watching him as a fan was.
If he wanted to coach, he'd be coaching.
Agreed. And I wish he would because I think the Steelers would be way better off for it defensively.
Yeah. USC would hire him right away.
Nah.
Mike Tomlin would give him some sort of job, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Mike Tomlin should have given him at least a defensive coaching position.
But he probably doesn't want one. I mean, maybe he's just, I don't know, maybe one of those guys that if they were around football that close, it's harder if they're that close to it because, I mean, a lot of guys would keep playing if they could, but, you can't play forever.
Well, Joey Porter in my opinion, isn't really a good defensive coach, but they gave him a job. All he really did was Joey Porter was actually a really good lineman. Never mind. Or linebacker.
Josh Cribbs was working for I don't know what he was doing, but he was some sort of coach. He had some sort of job. So I'm looking for some new bobbleheads. Like apparently last Saturday in Akron at Canal Park, the Rubber Ducks game, the AA affiliate of the Cleveland Indians, they were giving away Sloth bobbleheads.
Really?
Yes. Sloth from the Goonies bobbleheads. And I was like, oh man. Like this one right here came from Canal Park. This is my Jake Taylor bobblehead. That's my favorite. They have an Urkel one coming up. They're doing a Family Matters night. Their minor league promotions are fun. They are fun. Mm-hmm. They're ridiculous. They're doing a Bad News Bear night. I think next week. I think they're going to wear Bad News Bear type uniforms. They're going to say Ducks or whatever, but then they're going to have, I don't know if they're going to have the Bail Bondsman thing on the back or whatever. Yeah, I told my niece who's 7 that I take her to a game, and she's really excited. So I'm excited that she's excited. I'm like, you don't have to like ask too much for me to go to a baseball game. If you want to go to a Rubber Ducks game with me, absolutely. Because we'll just go up and come back. That means I'll just have to not drink beer at the baseball game, which is the most difficult. But,
at a baseball game. Well, you could drink lemonade. Like I think lemonade's like a baseball non-alcoholic drink. Although you would probably want to sneak vodka into it, you bastard.
Well, no, I would just drink. If I was going to drink, I would just drink. But I have a child, and I'm driving, so I probably should not. So that's what
This
I'm
is
saying.
true.
No,
I remember
Thursdays, Thirsty Thursdays, man. $2 beers.
Ooh, might have to come down for that.
Hey, are you going to come to the Memorial Day game? I bought a ticket for $30. It's doubleheader. It's in our section.
Another one.
It's probably there's probably some bleachers available.
Rub it in our face, Casey, and then whatever his temp agency pays daily, possibly, which means you're robbing the place. Like that, don't lie.
No, that means he's working the corner. This is a temp job. Temp job. All right, Casey, we know what's going on. Casey turning correct.
D-Rest has always got to just throw out facts about himself. He's just got to say so.
He was there on set. He was on set. He was a PA on Bad News Bears.
He was sitting next to Walter Matthau the entire time.
He was personal assistant to Walter Matthau back in 76. You know what though? We don't throw out the obvious because we love D-Rest. But D-Rest, we'll say it. You're old, buddy. You're old.
Oh God, like, I'm not. I like D-Rest as a listener, so I'm not gonna. I will go. All of the stories
him too,
are
but
amazing.
he keeps rubbing this all in our faces. This cool experience he's had, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm up here, man. You're an old man. It's all right. We love you. You're not old. You're not really old.
Not really.
No.
Oh man, good times, sir. Yeah, no, he probably was actually the stunt double for what's his face.
Rorschach.
Yes, Rorschach. Yeah,
Rorschach. Yeah.
He's saying it's okay, and yes, I am.
It's all right. Well, I mean, yeah. If you went to CBGB's, I mean, that place was. It was a shame they couldn't keep that place going.
I mean, did you want it to? Like the stories you would hear?
Yeah, no, what you wanted? You wanted to turn into like a shell of what it was, like it becomes corporate.
No.
It's like it's in the same spot, but it's owned by a corporation. It's owned by Sony.
Like Microsoft like does annual conferences at CBGB's.
Sure, why not?
It's
fun. We can talk about more fights. We've been slacking on fights today.
Yeah, let's talk about Ben Rothwell taking the newbie to fucking task and baptizing him. Really good fight by Ben Rothwell, and I'm happy that he got the win.
He needed a win. It was a big deal. Good for him.
We have comment drama. Oh my God. Where is it? D-Rest is a Karen though. Oh, shots fired. I'm old enough to remember the first Black Sabbath album when it was new. I'm jealous of you that you got to actually like buy that like day one. That's good. That's cool. Because I have an Ozzy Osbourne story where it's like, the thing opened up. I didn't need that. All right. Yeah, Tim's mom is yelling at him. I
don't know what's happening.
That's called your life, Tim.
I don't know what's happening. Yeah, it's pretty much true. So D-Rest is a Karen. So he asked. Okay. So what happened is he yelled at the manager for the price of the Black Sabbath album for being too high. Is that what happened?
He bought it at some Staten Island record store, and the guy was like, "Dude, he's always got something to say, and then can't take criticism in return." Bullshit!
I don't know if that's true.
No. I'm going to defend D-Rest. He LOLs and plays along in the comments, sir. I'm going to defend D-Rest on that.
I'm assuming this is what happens on the MMA whole show, but here at the safe space that is the Plata.
What's your call out though? Like, what's the call out here? D-Rest blocked me, but so did two man. This is starting to get into a thread. I love it.
It's all right. We're all love here, bro. Plata. No drama. No drama.
Free speech. But yeah, no. D-Rest plays along, and two man two. You've been here before. We appreciate you as well. And again, we want to say this, guys. This is, to me, We appreciate it, and now 2-man is no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Because he's full of ego. This is turning into a UFC press conference. This is the BBP press conference.
Oh, that's what I hope. Jeez.
We're getting it. We're selling fights online. We're selling wolf tickets, but it's fun at the same time. I like this. I like it. We haven't had a good thread drama. I like this.
Haven't put up a new hashtag, and this is the rules to abide by on our show, right there.
Hold on. I gotta change my thing to match yours. Put a hashtag as well, and it is this one. Oh God, that looks terrible.
I'm sure it does. We got everybody love everybody in the chat. All right, we're all friends here. Okay, don't be that guy. We're here to have fun. All right, we're not
hashtag
here to
Tim's a pussy.
What does that have to do with anything?
You're being all lovey-dovey, sir. Why are you being lovey-dovey?
Listen, I have enough stress in my life. You want this to be a show that is just straight chaos and it's made us pull our hair out because we have to block people and shit.
Now we're just getting all kinds of fuckery in our comments, and I'm so happy we're getting fuckery right now. And then D-Rest calling him out for being a troll. Here's welcome trolls on this show.
Listen, we love all of you, number one. But I want to say you're just people on the internet throwing comments and shit. You're just it is. It's whatever. It's just
I love
internet, fucking this bullshit. It's just air. It's just air. The silly words to throw at each other during a silly podcast. So, it's everybody love everybody.
Danko.
Be cool. Hey, you be cool here. You come here, you be cool, bro. You be cool. Everybody love everybody. Hey. Everybody love everybody.
This is oh God, this is Jesus Christ. Now we're starting to get into Conor McGregor territory. This is getting heated. This is Habib Conor the press conference all over again.
It really is kind of funny, but I'll say this. Hey, everybody love everybody. We love you both. We love you all. D-Raz has been nothing but cool to us in this show.
Oh yeah.
Right? You have beef with him on another show, do that on another show. Here, everybody's good here.
I real despise internet trolls because they are true cowards. Oh God, here we go. I think I'm just gonna let the comments work it out amongst themselves. Talk it out. If this ends up, if we get a call from any fucking law enforcement, it's on you guys, and we know nothing. We will throw transcripts, but we know nothing.
True.
Nothing.
That's true. We'll give receipts. We told everybody to be cool, bro. We told everybody to be cool.
I don't want to end up on fucking Making of a Murderer 8. Like that's not good. Or Unsolved Mysteries. It's not fun.
We're all just hanging out on the internet, so we're all cowards, really, aren't we? I think we all are. We can just say that. We're all monsters. Anyway, we're trying to talk about fights. Trying to talk about Ben Rothwell and that cool choke. Listen, he was better than that guy he fought, but it is important for him to win because if he would have lost, he would have been cut. They may still cut him. I hope not. But he finally got a fight. He took this fight because the Felipe Lin's fight didn't work out. But he looked good, man. He looked really good. I mean, like I said, though, he's just better than but better than that guy. You know what? Yeah, we need to do a thing like once a year. We just have a beef show where any of the listeners go. I mean, they won't come, but we'll get a location. They can meet here in Ohio somewhere and just fight each other.
That would bro fights. We can turn it into our own version of what do they call that fucking thing again on Barstool?
Bully beatdown? I don't know what they call it. I don't know. Oh,
rough and ready.
Rough and rowdy. Yeah, rough and rowdy.
Yeah, rough and rowdy. Whatever.
Rough and ready. You're thinking of like Little Caesars.
Hot
and ready. More like rough and ready. More like rough and ready. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm rough and ready.
It sounds like something you would say.
All
right, everybody's cool. Everybody's good. Hey, we're partying. Everybody say something nice about the other one. All right.
Oh God. All right, we're gonna call. The referee is calling the fight in the comments. 2-man 2 just got hard. Be my manager, bro Plata. I want to fight little man teeth rest.
Well, that's between you guys, man. I'm not gonna set really. I mean, I made a
I'll
joke about it.
sanction it. I'll
Oh,
sanction.
you want to? All right, you want to put hey, you guys show up to Ohio. We'll find you a cage.
Oh
Wanna do
God!
that?
Don't say that. Don't say that. We've already.
No, listen. Hey, love each other. Don't fight each other. All right, we're having fun here. All right, you guys, like I said, you guys will talk shit about each other. Dude, don't listen. Do it somewhere else. Here, it's been nothing but cool. We're just being cool here. We're having fun, bro.
In Casey Jones rules, he's admitting it won't end. Major beef, the whole cow, all day, every day. That you got. If you're gonna start beef, make sure it's the whole cow.
Sure.
God damn it, Tim. That was funny to me. Why do you have to ruin my life?
I didn't. Is that what you say to comedy audiences when like a joke doesn't work? Like, why do you have to be so awful? You're one of those guys.
One of the worst comedy sets I ever did was at what was the place in Youngstown that Eric Cribley would run the contest at?
Shakers.
Yeah, Shakers. I had been doing comedy 3 years before I did Shakers, and I to like get the crowd sort of on my side, I just broke down and was like, "I'm new, guys," and it kind of got the crowd. One guy believed it and was like, "Oh, how long have you been doing comedy? Like 3 weeks?" I'm like, "No, 3 years."
Yeah, he could be doing it for a lot longer than that, but if you bomb, it seems like you've been doing it for a day.
Zero confidence when I bomb. Zero.
No one really has much.
Dude,
this Vendera Tafa fight was pretty sweet.
That's one of them that I didn't watch, but what was your opinion on it?
Oh, it was great. Back and forth. Vendera won. They got fight of the night for this dude. He looked good. I mean, he was able to kind of smother Tafa a good bit. Which is a big deal because he just got smothered in his last fight against that Sergey Sivak guy. But that's good, man. Vendera looks sweet. Tafa is one of those guys. He's 4-3, but almost all of his fights are in the UFC. And he's a young guy, so I'm assuming they're just going to keep this guy around. I think because he knocks people out. But the thing is, they brought him to the UFC when he was like 2-0. So they brought him. What do you expect, man? Really? But his whole game isn't there yet. But he's definitely got hands. Norma Dumont was probably the biggest surprise for me in this fight. I think card.
Which one?
Against Norma Dumont. She had a really good win against Felicia Spencer. I thought Felicia was going to win this fight. Norma beat her ass. What am I looking at here? Wasn't she fighting bantamweight before? Because Danielle Wolf was supposed to fight Felicia Spencer, and they had to pull her out. So Norma Dumont had a fight. And she's been fighting bantamweight, right? She fought Ashley Evans Smith in her last fight, I think. Yeah. I don't know. She fought Megan Anderson. So she's been fighting featherweight. I don't know. She was bigger than Felicia Spencer, which surprised me. I didn't realize she was that big, but no, she looked great.
What are you saying? You're not about body positivity? How dare you, Tim Danko? What? Did your mom just Kamehameha from Dragon Ball Z? What was that?
I'm not even going to comment on it because I don't want to say anything. Is she
summoning a spirit? What's going on?
I don't know what she was doing. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, that was funny. Her. She sounded like she was trying to call her herd all together.
I don't know what she was doing. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know what she was trying to do. I don't know. She just
Casey Jones isn't even like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know what she was doing.
I
don't know. She's trying to summon something. I don't know.
She sounded like Lord Raiden from Mortal Kombat. How did you
definitely gonna have to cut this out and show her this clip, or just have this clip running at all times in the house.
Yes, you better. I will give me the timestamp, and I will make sure that's your ringtone for her.
Okay.
Like,
like
I will.
150, something like that. Yeah, I don't know what's good.
That was hilarious.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do
drugs.
two
I'm not
man,
doing
two
drugs, I
man,
don't think
two
so.
OMG laughing emoji. Haha, they're laughing at your mom.
So am I, man. I don't know what the hell she was doing. She was yelling at the cat or what she was doing. I don't know. I haven't heard that one before. That's weird.
Like, I feel like that should be how they call the tribe in Apocalyptica. Like,
Apocalyptica, that string band, that string rock band.
Apocalyptico or Apocalypto or what? Yeah, Apocalypto, the Mel Gibson Mayan movie. Oh, that's a good movie. That's such a good movie.
So you said Apocalyptica.
Apocalyptica, yeah, but I like Apocalyptica.
Yeah, they're not bad.
D-Rest probably saw them at the Sony Theater.
Yeah, the first ever Apocalyptica show he saw for 2 bits in Coney Island.
Oh man, this is true. Not D-Rest, but Casey Jones. This is very true. Drugs make life livable. Yes, they do. That's why I smoke weed, sir. After work every day, I deal with life sober. And then after I can be in my house, it's all drugs all day, except for 99% of drugs I don't do. So
Jack Hermanson looked
that's
really good.
about it.
Jack Hermanson looked really good too.
Yeah, I saw the highlights of it. Didn't watch the full thing, but I picked Jake Hermanson. Glad that he got or Jack Hermanson. Glad he got the victory. And what break down the fight for me from what you saw.
It was good. It was back and forth. I thought Shabazian may have him a couple times, but no, no, Hermanson. Yeah, I mean, he used his experience and he kind of outclassed the kid. But I mean, Shabazian is going to be great. I really think he'll be a contender pretty soon. I mean, he's only like 22 or something, 23.
Mm-hmm.
But Hermanson's been around a long time, and I don't think Shabazian quite knows how to beat somebody like that. But yeah, good for Hermanson, man, because I wasn't 100% sure I didn't pick him to win, but I did. I wasn't super surprised by it, but at the same time, yeah, he looked good. Good for him, man, because he coming off that loss to Vettori, but Vettori's been killing people, so it's not that big a deal. And but he looked really good against a really tough kid in Shabazian.
We'll close actually on this because we got some announcements.
Do we?
That happened during the UFC show this past weekend.
Yeah.
And we had some retirements that happened live on air. Technically, I think Alan Jouban announced it on Twitter like a couple days before the fight. But Paul Felder finally announces the fact that he's retiring. He lost his last couple of fights, yeah?
Yeah, he lost to RDA, and then and then he lost to Felder. Hooker, a really close fight to Hooker. But he said he thought maybe he was going to retire. Then he took that short notice fight against Dos Anjos, and then he said he had the fire back. But he said that right after the fight, but apparently it kind of fizzled out pretty quick. So if it's not there anymore, man, you can't fight. Not against these people, not against the top 10 in the lightweight division. You'll die. You will die. Yeah. So good for Paul Felder knowing when to bow out. He'll still be a commentator. He's a great commentator. I still think there's a really great MMA movie to be made starring Paul Felder. Man, I've seen more trailers for more terrible MMA movies, man. You know what I just watched again this morning? Cinderella, man. Fucking great movie. Boxing movie. Boxing movies are fantastic. There's so many great boxing movies. Garbage MMA movies. We talk about it all the time. Warrior's the best one, and it's not even that good. The Warrior could have been a lot better. They didn't put a lot of silliness in it. It would have been better. There's some great acting in Warrior. Great actors. Nick Nolte's the man. That fucking scene when he's drunk and listen to the audiobook and like screaming at the walls. Fucking great. It's a great scene. He's a man. He's amazing. It's great acting in that, but they made it silly for other reasons, the MMA aspect of it. But that's still the best one. Here Comes the Boom is the second best one.
Why do you think like boxing movies, some of the greatest boxing movies of all time, are
it's
masterpieces, but
Yeah.
yet fucking MMA is treated, and I hate to say this, it shouldn't be treated in the same way in a movie as professional wrestling almost.
It
Like
kind of is. It's treated as a bro sport. They make bro
yeah.
movies. They make bro movies out of it. And they make it like a bro sport, like Never Back Down. It's like, yeah, they make bro movies out of it. It's ridiculous. Now, boxing, they treat it as a romantic sport, which so is MMA, man. It just hasn't been around as long. You know, there's great stories in MMA that that would be great movies. I mean, they made a cheapish movie about Matt Hamill that's not bad. It's not really about his MMA career as much as his wrestling career and him growing up and him not really even learning sign language fluently until he was in college. It's decent. It's called The Hammer. It's not bad, but there's tons of stories and great stories. But I think it's just because it's not being romanticized the way boxing is. So they're not. They're like I said, they're trying to make it like a super tough guy bro movies. Yeah, kind of. I mean, we make fun of ourselves by calling our podcast this, but yeah, we don't. No, I don't. Listen, I don't want movies like that. There's room for great stories in MMA, and we make for some great movies for sure. I mean, and plus we don't even know all the stories. I'm sure there's stories we don't even know. Pat Miletich told us something. Let's just get Pat Miletich. Me and Pat Miletich are going to write a screenplay. All right?
I like it. The you just call it Croatian sensation. I think it would play well in Croatia for sure. That population could give all of their shekels over to watch a movie about their favorite son. And then Stipe. Honestly, I think Stipe should be a movie.
Well, no, I mean, we talked the greatest story. I mean, listen, if they screw up the Francis Ngannou movie, again, Winston Duke, perfect to play.
Oh, Winston Duke would be a great fucking person to cast. And you reminded me of who he was.
Yeah, he's actually. Well, we talked about him before. I thought he might be smaller. He's actually bigger than Francis Ngannou.
Really?
So he'd be perfect. He's a little bigger, like an inch taller or something. But he'd be perfect, 100% perfect. Right? He was in Spencer Confidential and Black Panther.
Yeah.
Right? He's fantastic. He's perfect. He's already played an African character. Right? He's built like him. He looks like him. Pretty darn close. Perfect. Like the guy's gonna write his book, but get together, get the best damn script because this could be one of the best sports. It's a great story, a fantastic sports movie, period. But definitely, without a doubt, the best MMA movie. Although not a whole lot of it will be about MMA. You know, the way I would do it, as I said before, I'd start like him getting ready for his fight with Stipe, right? Then you go back and forth, whatever, kind of like that. Kind of like how they did for Love of the Game. Kind of go back and forth with the fight or something like that. Or you show him losing to Stipe and then him coming back and winning all those fights and getting the fight again against Stipe. And you can't make Stipe is going to be kind of like the villain, but he's not much of a villain, right? Not a real one. But he's kind of like the sports antagonist, although he's not the real antagonist. I mean, geez, there's a lot of antagonists in that movie. But that would be fantastic. I mean, he's going to write a book. I think he's going to call it Born a Slave, Became a King. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'd watch that movie. I might read the book too. I don't know, but I like to see the movie because I'm less of a reader than I am a movie watcher. But I really hope that whoever gets to either adapt that book or his story is a great writer who's done this before and can really have a fantastic script for this. Because like I said, right now, I mean, there probably will be other actors down the line if they do this, but right now, Winston Duke's perfect.
This is a movie I want to see, to be honest. Casey Jones just brought this up. I would love
the Kim
because here's the thing. It's basically a hero story, like a Roman or a Greek mythology hero story, because it does have a tragic ending. Like it does have a tragic ending, but the lead up to the tragedy is so good. And so insane.
And I think you can make this a comedy too without making fun of Kimbo. I think you can make especially like when it starts out with the street fights and stuff. You can make that funny. You can make that. You can make this a comedy. Call it Kimbo. I like it. Yes, action comedy about Kimbo Slice.
Slice of life. God damn it! You need the good pun there. Slice of life.
You just ruined it, man. No, dude, Kimbo, that's intense. Just call it Kimbo.
All right, slice of the pie, whatever you want to
Now,
say.
worse. Roy Nelson can play himself.
Yes.
Actually, a lot of people can play themselves. Who was his coach on Tough? Rampage? He's done movies. Rampage. Yeah.
One of my favorite.
We're gonna get someone unflattering to play Dana White, though, just to piss him off.
Milo Yiannopoulos. I'm all for Milo Yiannopoulos.
I was gonna go with him. I think Michael Chiklis would be the number one. The first person you think of.
I could see that being.
Yeah.
Oh man, Tim, I believe, sir, we had so many fights on this card.
So many fights in the comments.
So many fights in the comments. But I think it's time. We've been doing it for 2 hours, and we've had a lot of fun today. Started out very slow. Tim woke up and became the star of the show that he should be.
Mm-hmm.
He became a star.
Yep.
And that makes me happy. But I think it's time we cut the cord and say goodnight to all of everybody.
Oh, hey, hold on. We gotta say this. There's no fights this weekend, correct? Because
I believe so. Yeah, there's no UFC fights. Let me check real quick.
I'm gonna be in Columbus part of the weekend, so I don't know if we're gonna do a show this week. Another one.
Yeah, there's no fights this weekend, so we are going to take a week off.
Maybe. You never know. I mean, maybe we could figure something else out to do. Maybe.
Possibly.
I don't know.
But
we do it on Thursday. We can do something Thursday.
Yeah, that'd be down.
We can get a comic on or something. That's always fun.
Yeah. If you want somebody, hit them up, and I might bring some people on as well. And have some fun with that. If you want to join us every time we do a live stream, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We always go live on YouTube, and that's been the big hitter for us. Our subscriptions jumped tenfold, basically,
because of
joined
the MMA Holes. The MMAholes.com. We love you guys.
Yeah, I was about to say the MMA Holes are the reason that we've gotten a lot more subscribers. We're starting to hit to the point where we're getting more views than subscribers. I know about 90% of that is Tim because he has anxiety issues over his own voice. We understand that.
That's not it at all, man. What it is me looking at the tape trying to make this show better, Ray.
This is true.
At least someone's putting the time in. Anyway, I do want to say this. If we're on pace to hit 100 episodes about the same time we hit 1 year. So we need to do something we'll do a 1 year /100 episode thing. I don't know what we'll do. Let's start to think about it now, because if we don't, we'll end up not doing anything. So we're going to figure something out. 14
episodes. This is episode 86.
Yeah. And I think our first episode went up like first or second week of July. So I was looking at, and like right now it's going to hit about the same time if we're on pace for that to happen. So we'll do a 1 year at 100 at the same time, because we're pretty close to a year, or right on a year when that happens. So.
And I can't believe we're almost there. Like the road to 100 is awesome. We've surpassed a subscription level on YouTube that I didn't ever think we would do. I thought honestly we'd get like maybe 5 of our friends to fucking subscribe, and that was gonna be like.
Well, you underestimated the entertainment value, the untapped entertainment potential of Tim Danko, is what you did. You.
Oh no, I discovered you. I brought you. Okay. I brought you into it.
Okay. I'll give you
and D-Rest throwing comment of the show right here. I'm calling it comment of the show. Be well, fellas. I remember the Black Sox scandal in 1919.
Yeah. D-Rest lost his lunch money on that shit.
He actually believed Hyman Rothstein could help him. How dare you think that could be a thing?
You know, John Cusack, underrated third baseman. John Cusack.
Charlie Sheen was a decent pitcher in that movie. I was happy.
No, he was an outfielder in that movie.
Oh, was he an outfielder?
Yeah, he was a pitcher in Major League. He was. What is that guy's name? I can't think of his name. He was in. We Are Marshall. That's like
Good Luck,
whatever
right?
reason. Yes, that Good Night, Good Luck. That guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know, like, We Are Marshall's the first thing I thought of, but he's on that too.
Oh yeah, he
Good Night,
wasn't
Good
We
Luck.
Are Marshall, wasn't he?
Yeah, he played the university president or the AD or something like
Mhm.
that. He has that great scene when it's raining in Kansas City, and he's like asking for help from the NCAA for that waiver they got the play
That's such a
freshman.
good movie. That's
It's pretty
such a good
solid,
fucking
pretty
movie.
solid movie. I don't know. Matthew McConaughey decided to talk out of the side of his mouth the whole movie, but yeah, I mean it is, especially when you look back and see how quickly they decided to play football again, and it's nuts. It's another movie,
That's an
something
underrated sports movie.
came out of a tragedy, and yeah. Well, that was fun. That was the sadness of the We Are Marshall massacre.
Well, accident, not massacre.
Yeah, massacres is the word I was looking for. That's the right word. Yeah,
It was an accident. You got struck by lightning. If you don't know, it's the right one.
Catastrophe. That's what I was looking for.
Catastrophe. Okay. All right, boys and girls, we appreciate all of you. Thank you to the MMA Holes, as always, for having us on the MMAholes.com. Go to there to see our YouTube live stream every time we post a video. And we appreciate every single one of you. Again, like I said, I can't believe we're even at 30, to be honest with you. So over 30 plus subscribers. I want to get us to 100 by the end of the year. If you guys want to like and share this out with your friends, help discover the Bro Plata, because it helps us. And the more we grow, the more we'll be happy. And I can't believe that we're even almost at 100 episodes. We started this in July during the pandemic out of boredom. And it was a good idea all along. So we appreciate every single one of you. Thank you again. And as always, guys, we will see you at the Kumite, and you all are our bro squad. Thank you, guys.
And as they say in my family, nah!